Hey guys, it's BMR Williams or Mitsumitis, back with another art video. This one is a depiction of a character who belongs in my fantasy world. I know I don't do usually fantasy artwork too often. I'm usually doing the cats with lightsabers or the silly furry stuff that I'm sure most people don't really care about, but I think it's funny, so... But I decided to do a little bit more fantasy artwork. This is a character, Yarwel, and a giant sea serpent known as Selir, who was created upon the Sea of Tiel to consume the body of Anglaha and devour the sword that he wielded until a hero worthy of its abilities came about. And that hero was Yarwel, who was consumed by the serpent, and in the belly of that serpent found the sword. Ironically, he was thrown into the sea and consumed by this sea serpent before a horrible disaster happened, so his enemies, having thrown him into the sea, actually inadvertently saved him from certain doom. And upon finding the sword, he basically takes a new outlook. I mean, he's a very young character. He's not depicted that young here. He doesn't look like he's kind of in that much peril, but he is. That's probably where my skills as an illustrator are still lacking. I should have planned out this piece a little bit better. Maybe it would have been a little bit clearer what this story this is trying to depict, but all in all, I think it turns out to be a good piece at the end. One of my better ones thus far. Definitely, probably the best this year, for sure, that I've done. Using a lot of blues and a lot of greens. It's definitely an underwater piece. I wanted to just have like this very dark background where you could faintly see this massive serpent just spiraling out into the distance, and it kind of to really provide this uncanny feeling of just how massive this thing really is. Unfortunately, I did not record, well, I did record the last hour of this time lapse. However, OBS in all its magnificent glory corrupted the footage, so there was about 1 hour of footage lost, so you'll have to forgive me for that. I've been working pretty hard on of Princess Juliana, my next book, and I'm really excited to see what people think of it when it's done. I feel like there's a lot of people that would like it, but also it seems like it might be a little bit of a hard book to pitch sometimes, but I believe in it, and I think that it will be a good story when it's done. Now, if you've read my first book, The Slaying of Aulin, you'd probably recognize the strange and somewhat difficult archaic writing that I used in that book. I won't be using that same style of writing exactly of Princess Juliana. Juliana will definitely have more of a kid-friendly reading level. It's not going to be so insane where you have to have a dictionary at hand. Aulin is mostly for people who really appreciate the English language as I do, and can appreciate old words and things like that. So if that's your thing, then The Slaying of Aulin might be your thing, and you should definitely check that out on Amazon. There will be a link to that in the description. one issue I definitely still have with my artwork is that I try and tend to over detail, I think. When I see artwork from very good artists, they tend to leave a lot of brush strokes, and they leave things, I don't want to say simplified, but I guess undetailed, right? Like they know how to use the illusion of detail. You'll see this amazing piece, and then you'll zoom in and you'll see that like most of these refined details are actually almost chaotic looking brush marks, and I imagine they save a lot of time being able to do that. It's not an ability I have yet, but I hope to obtain that one day. This piece took, I want to guess, 10 hours, so it's not like it took too long. That's about the average amount of time for a full rendered piece like this, I think. I feel like I could have definitely done his hand better. I'm not bad at doing hands, but with this, I kind of just left his hand kind of bad. I should have fixed it, but I did fix it a little bit, but I was just kind of accepting of it. I mean, his hand is so small in the piece that it's like almost, it's just not something you would look at anyway, so I didn't really bother going in and making his hand look incredible. Not too sure how I felt about the hair. I think I may have like captured the underwater feeling for the hair pretty well, but I think it's a little bit too Jimmy Neutron-y for my tastes. But again, I didn't really want to redo his hair a second time, just because, you know, you have to move on eventually. But overall, I think his hair looks okay. And that's unfortunately where I lost the footage, and here's the final piece. I hope you guys like it. I definitely think it's one of my better pieces I've done so far, digital art wise, probably ever. I think this is a good step up from what I've done in the past. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.